The Pavarotti deal, you know, that was a big thing, as you said, an amazing thing, and it almost didn't happen, didn't it? Because I think when you were all kind of exhausted, you were not keen on going.
Well, we got off stage in Dublin. We played the RDS, which was, to date, was our biggest show. And we all went home. We got up the next morning. Pavarotti sent a plane for us to fly us to Modena for the Pavarotti and Friends gig. So we arrived in the airport and it was a banger. This thing was an absolute wreck.
So not a good...
No, it was a wreck.
It actually didn't look safe?
No, it didn't look safe.
A rust bucket.
It was a rust bucket.
Really bad.
It was fine. I went on it.
Yeah, he went on it.
He was hungover.
So you only one of you got on the plane?
Listen, the plane was fine. They had hangovers. They didn't want to travel.
No.
So did you get there and see the plane, though, and then turn around?
Yeah.
Yes, we were
So
at
you saw the
airport,
plane?
we saw the plane and we decided, no way were we getting on that plane.
It was a banger.
Shane, do you remember seeing a plane?
I don't remember the airport, let alone a plane.
So Keith, you got on it?
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing about
the thing is, you're going to say what I'm going to say about...
I have no idea. You haven't said it yet.
Well, I'll say it. The thing is, a couple of weeks later... I'm telling it now.
Oh, boys, don't wake up now. You're just about to do your retirement.
No. A couple of weeks later, or maybe a month or so, that actual plane crashed.
Well, thanks for lightening the mood.
Good news.
There you go. We were glad that we didn't get on it in the end.
That's not what I was going to say.
No.
No, he was going to say something else.
I was going to say...
What were you going to say?
Well, no, because the thing was, right, we didn't know about this gig. We had no idea about this gig. We hadn't had any time off. It was the last gig of a tour, a world tour. We were all knackered tired. We had a holiday book to go on, and Louis came into the dressing room the night before we went on stage in Dublin and said, lads, you can't go on your holiday tomorrow. You have to go to Modena to perform with Pavarotti. And we all went, oh, we're knackered. We need a break. But you don't turn down Pavarotti.
No.
Right, so... But then we found out the flight the next day was only for a sound check. The actual gig wasn't until a day later than that. So the boys kind of thought, let's call this plane a banger and not go until the next day.
It was a banger,
right?
Buster.
So I went thinking, I'll get over there, I'll have a good sleep. You know, we had a good party after the last night. It was our last night on tour.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit hungover the next day. I had a couple, you know those little bottles of wine they give you on the plane?
Oh, I know.
I had a few of them to kind of settle my nerves and stuff like that because it was such a nice plane. Remember back then, we were going over to perform No Matter What, and Ronan and Stephen sang the lead verses of No Matter What, right? So we get over there anyway. I get picked up at the airport, brought to my hotel. I said, great. Get into the hotel room, get into bed, and I think, I'm going to sleep until the boys get here tomorrow. And then there's a knock at the door. I'm going, who's that? So I go up to the door and go, hello, Mr. Keith? Yes, Mr. Pavarotti waits for you now. I said, what? For what? To sound check. I went, ah! That's Ronan and Stephen's job!
Yeah, the singers.
I get down to this huge, big kind of place, you know, and there's Luciano Pavarotti standing on stage, greeting me, hello.
Oh, it's amazing.
And no matter what starts, I don't even know the words.
No, but the best part, right? The best part, Jonathan. We all arrived the next day, and Duster's on his own, wandering around backstage, and he says to me, oh, thank God you're here, Ro. I says, yeah, no problem. He says, I know we're doing a gig with Pavarotti, but who's this Luciano bloke they keep talking about?
Well, we've got a clip of that Luciani bloke with you guys singing. Have a look. It is amazing.
Oh.